Hey guys, Chris from the Tiger's Den, and I have been playing Borderlands 3 this weekend as well. Daemon X Machina's campaign is behind me, and now I'm digging in to the all-time best looter shooter franchise. So, a couple of things about Borderlands. This is not my review. I'm going to have a review posted of this probably Thursday. But I'm playing through now on Zane. I played through the first time as Amara, getting a sense for the characters. And first impressions, I have a couple of thoughts. I am playing this on the PS4. I have had no issues playing the game. Now, of course, that's anecdotal. If you've had issues, sucks. I personally have had no issues, and because of that, I've been able to experience the game in what I assume is the way I was intended to experience the game, not some janked up, glitchy garbage. My first impressions of Borderlands 3 are pretty good. I really am digging this action skill augmentation. I like the fact that it's the same Borderlands as before, where you have your ultimates or your skills, and the difference here is, of course, I can tinker with it. It used to be that you could tinker with it, in a few other mods, so to speak. Now, though, I can tinker with it just by putting skills into a tree. Really liking this one is, unlike Borderlands 1 or even 2, every build for every character with every weapon is pretty viable. You would get into that situation in the first one where, like Malachi, you're using pistols and sniper rifles, or revolvers and sniper rifles. That's it. And don't get me wrong, those are my two favorite guns, and I loved playing Malachi. He had the best, everything in that game. But besides the point, some of that was still present in Borderlands 2. Now, I go back and play some of my Handsome Jack collection on the PS4 before playing Borderlands 3. And I have to say, impression-wise, when I say it's good or great, is because it is more of the same. And that, I guess, is subjective to you as to whether that's good, great, amazing, whatever. I personally put in well over 100 hours into each of the other Borderlands, so giving me more of that isn't mind-blowing the way that Borderlands 1 was mind-blowing from a game and, play-through perspective, or the way that Borderlands 2 was in its refinements and amazing writing. I will say, so far, my impressions of the writing after a playthrough, and we'll see after repeated plays, which I should have another play done by Thursday. I definitely did not feel like the writing is as strong as Borderlands 2 was, but Borderlands 1 was pretty weak writing-wise, so it's definitely better than that. I really like all the characters. All four of the Vault Hunters here. I never cared for Brick in the first one, and I wasn't big on playing Roland either. He was okay, but I thought the turret in the first one was kind of meh. And in the second one, I loved playing Soldier class. I didn't like playing Zero. So I did want to try playing through as, one of the... Oh, yeah, I'm really liking playing through... Playing through as the operative Zane is interesting. So far, the personal and the kill stuff is really interesting too. But I loved playing through as Amara, and I love that respecking with her. There's so much you can do. She's like the best of everything Siren related, and then a little bit of Brick too. So yeah, if you're looking at picking up Borderlands 3, my first impressions based on reading reviews and anecdotally on the PlayStation 4 is pick it up on console. If you're one of those people that really hates the Epic Store or hates Epic or even Gearbox for putting it on Epic, I'd get up on the console. I'd say Xbox, but I'm not a big Xbox person. We don't own one. So, whatever the two consoles you want to pick it up on, I would recommend that. Obviously, if you have a problem with Epic, or even if you don't have a problem with the Epic Game Store, the PC launch seems to be really terribly optimized. Just not impressive for the amount of time they've had to put this game out. I'll get into some of that stuff in my review. But again, if you enjoy Borderlands and you want more Borderlands, then pick it up on the console, because it is fun. I will say that it is truly fun. And yeah, those are my first impressions on Borderlands 3. Again, on the PS4, so I'm not seemingly experiencing any of those issues. And yeah, most of the game has been really enjoyable. I won't get into spoilers. There are a couple of parts that are, but yeah, I guess one small point in closing I'll say is this feels more linear to me. And I'm not, like I said, I revisited the Handsome Jack collection, and I'm not sure if it's just me, but this feels more linear area-wise than either of the two previous Borderlands felt. And I'm not entirely sure that's a good or bad thing yet. I really liked in Borderlands 1 kind of the trucking around Pandora's, different wasteland sections for quests. And, in retrospect, it seems tedious. You like go to point A, then point Z, then point Y, then point E, and then point N. And, it was all over the place. And that seemed smart at the time, because you'd avoid certain areas and you'd avoid other areas, and then you'd explore some areas. Here it seems much more like go, 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 point A, point B, point C. I'm not, yeah, like I said, I'm not sure. I'll know after one or two more playthroughs if I like it more or less, and I'll be able to comment more on that in my review. But that is definitely something I will say look out for, is even if it's not, it does feel more linear in its board progression, so to speak, your map progression. And they made a big deal out of switching worlds. It's not that big of a deal. Pandora is not the size of Pandora in Borderlands 1 or 2, so leaving Pandora to go to another planet, sure, Pandora took like an hour of playtime. And the other thing I'll say is, now playing through, and I had forgotten this because of where I'd gotten, the inventory, okay, this has to go in my impressions and review video. The inventory system here and the way that they have you gated out of some stuff on here is so infuriating, because most people that play this are likely people that played Borderlands 1 or 2 and want more Borderlands. So if you don't think we can understand, manage, and utilize 4 weapons, a class mod, and those things, then what the hell, man? That's annoying. And it's not even annoying that they're locked. They're not even level locked. They're story quest locked. That's more annoying. Had you level locked them, I might have been okay with that, because at least then if I'm doing every little side quest and stuff, hey, no problem. I did more side quests than you expect me to do. Unlock that gun slot. And that's not the case at all. That's hugely annoying. I don't know why I'm so annoyed by it, but I am genuinely very annoyed by it. And last little note on my impressions, while the ship does not play that factor in like the travel, because the travel doesn't really feel like it plays that big a factor, I do have to say I love having everything on like a hub. I like that. I like it a lot. Anyway, yeah, so first impressions on Borderlands 3. What I want to hear, though, is if you guys have been playing Borderlands 3 on either of the consoles, have you had any of the glitches or issues? Have you been enjoying it? And if you've been enjoying it, I like Amara and Zane. I want to know, though, who your favorites are. So I've been Chris. This has been The Tiger, and you guys have been great. We'll speak again soon.